Hi, welcome to my meditation. My name is Deborah Baker, and I am so delighted that you have joined me. I believe that all of us show up for different things with divine appointment, and so your listening to this is no accident. And if I seem to be making some strange movements, it's because I'm trying to teach a dog some manners, and one of them is not to get up on me. Sorry. So let's begin this meditation with 3 nice deep breaths, and thank you for listening to your divine appointment to visit this meditation whenever it may be. It may be a year from now. That's all right. It's your higher power, your higher self, your intuition. You show up, you and I meet at exactly the right time. So nice deep breath. And did you notice I dropped my shoulders down? I've been practicing yoga, and one of the things that the yoga teacher often says is drop your shoulders, create some more space between your shoulders and your head. And man, when I first started doing that, I really noticed how much I was doing this all the time. So drop your shoulders, another nice deep breath. And on the last deep breath that we do together, I invite you to have a really long exhale. And just let it all out. Keep exhaling all the way from your toes. And so we know that we are infinite spirit having a human experience. And we know that we're not here by accident. We weren't forced to come. All of this is in divine order, meaning that we are aligned with the divine plan, our higher selves, with God. You are here on earth right now as part of the divine plan. It's no accident. So the first thing we do when we meditate is we relax our bodies. So we let our shoulders sink down. Let all of your upper chest and your torso sink down. The yoga suggestion is to feel lift in your front and then feel the energy go down your back, which really feel that relaxation go down your back, starting around your neck and just going all the way down your back. And I recognize I've been changing it up the last few weeks. I used to start with the relaxation. It started at your toes and went all the way up to the top of your body. And I think when we actually relax ourselves, unless we're doing it as part of a deliberate, meditation or something, we probably focus right around here. We focus on, the center. The heart chakra is our central chakra. So feel the love of the infinite in your heart and feel it relaxing your chest, your upper back. I just realized that I was so serious about this, getting this meditation started, that I forgot to smile at you, and I apologize. Because I want you to know how grateful I am. I truly am that we are having this moment together. So feel that relaxation in your heart space, your shoulder blades. Your shoulder blades are pretty big. So feel all around your shoulder blades. That's where the energy of your wings connects. So feel that relaxation going in. Feel that sense of acceptance and love. Accepting your heart, wherever it is. If you're feeling sadness, sorrow, if you're feeling happy, full of love, lonely, whatever you're feeling, just validate that for yourself. The saying is, it is what it is, and I am feeling what I'm feeling, and I'm not going to apologize for it, and I'm not going to try to force myself to feel something else. We'll get into that a little bit more, but for right now, just accept whatever sensations you feel in your body and in your emotional body. So feel the relaxation in your neck, your head, neck, and shoulders. Roll your neck around a few times. Nod. Move your head side to side. Feel your shoulders go back. Feel it moving down your arms, all the way your upper arms, your elbows, your lower arms. Feel your whole body just sink in. I would suggest that you lie down while you are doing meditation, but like I said, maybe I didn't say it in this meditation, but I thought it. You don't have to have complete stillness and quiet to listen to this meditation. You can listen to it in the background, and you will benefit. Your higher self will hear it. Your infinite self will connect to whatever it needs to, and your subconscious mind will as well. So don't feel like you have to set aside your entire attention to get some benefit from these meditations. So the relaxation is all through your head, now from the tip of your head all the way to your tailbone, to the base of your spine. Feel it moving through your midsection, your tummy, acknowledging any fear, any sense of courage or fear, any resistance anywhere in your body. Feel it all the way down in your pelvis, your lower back, your hip bones, and your sit bones, moving down your legs, through your knees, to your feet. And now just take a couple nice deep breaths. Just acknowledging your body wherever it is. There's nothing that you should be feeling right now except what you are feeling. I strongly suggest that you release the word should from your vocabulary and replace it with acceptance. I accept where I'm feeling, or accept what I'm feeling, accept where I am emotionally, psychically, physically. When we live in a place of acceptance, life flows so much more easily and smoothly. So last week we talked about imagining taking your personality, the energy of your personality, and allowing it to rest on the seat next to you, and just being aware of your infinite self in your body. So your personality, as I understand it, is, some people call it ego. It's the persona. It's who you perceive yourself as, who other people perceive you as. So let's take a moment to look at that personality and just nice deep breath. Think about maybe 2 or 3 words that you would use to describe yourself, because usually when we describe ourselves, we are describing our personalities. So you would think maybe quiet or talkative, kind, whatever word you may have to describe yourself. Just think about it for a moment, and then let's have some quiet. I don't know if you can see her head. Yes, this is my meditation companion, apparently. This is Daisy. Daisy off. Daisy off. So think about how you would describe yourself, or how others would describe you, and then accept that. So if you've always felt like you shouldn't be shy, or you shouldn't be so outspoken, or you shouldn't be this, or you shouldn't be that. Just throw those ideas, those shoulds, into the river and let them be washed downstream. And just accept that your infinite self chose this personality for some very good reasons. Your personality is not who you are. However, you chose this personality, and especially as a small child, and then you developed it. And they talk about it in developmental phases. Daisy down. They talk about it in developmental phases about getting to know ourselves. And if you think about it in the context of I'm getting to know the personality that I chose. So picture yourself as a teenager figuring out who you are. It is mostly from the perspective of what personality did I choose? How am I going to, expand or develop or rein in this personality that I chose? The personality is the temple of God as much as your body is. So the personality is not an accident. So just take a deep breath. And because the things you love about yourself don't require any effort or change or, tweaking, I invite you to think about one characteristic that you can think of about yourself that you don't particularly like. For myself, it would probably be that I tend to be untidy. It's not my natural inclination to have everything in order and picked up, and I like things clean but not necessarily orderly. And I think most of us procrastinate or put things off that we feel like we should do. And so I invite you, whatever your personality trait is that you don't like, to probably first understand that it was probably learned. How many times am I going to use the word probably? In your childhood. My mother was not very tidy, and I became comfortable being in her home, in our home, and so it became a comfort for me, a comfort level, not necessarily something I enjoyed, but something I didn't even pay attention to. And so whatever it is for you, just take a moment, deep breath, and take a moment and think about the roots of that personality trait, and love yourself through it. Accept that, however old you are, and however long you've had that trait, it's okay. It's probably served you in some ways. The flip side of my not being tidy was my mother would freely say, or not necessarily express it, but by her actions she said, my keeping a tidy house is not nearly as important as, come on kids, let's go to the park. Let's, pick up a picnic and go to the park, or let's, go to the pool or something. So her priorities were not her home, and I can see some value in that. So I invite you to take a different perspective on something with which you find fault in yourself. And my guides are suggesting that there's also another way to look at things. So I mentioned procrastination, and that's about timing. And I listen to my guides a lot as far as timing goes, and I have learned to accept that I am synchronized with my guides, and I return phone calls, I return emails, I return messages when I'm guided to do so. And I accept that. And I hope that the people that don't get a quick return call from me will understand, or understand the timing when I do call them back. And so perhaps your procrastination serves a higher purpose. You know, I often hear people say, "Oh, I'm so glad you called me back now. This is the perfect time." Or, "Yeah, I'm glad that we didn't schedule that reading for last week because so much has happened since then. This is really a much better time." And so I suggest that you let go of the shoulds and the parameters that are set about outside of you, and really tune in to this energy. When I say my guides, it's almost like a council of guides. It's become a collective voice that expresses itself through feelings, sensations, gut knowledge. Sometimes it actually manifests in my forgetting. Something just, I say, slips off my radar, and I feel like it's my guide saying, "It's not time to deal with that now, so we're just going to take your attention completely away from it." And I suggest that you have some acceptance with yourself when you forget something or you neglect something, and instead recognize that your infinite self is speaking to you all the time. Your infinite self is speaking to you all the time. You're never ever separate from God, from the one presence and the one power. You are always one with all that is, and it is always communicating with you. I like to remind myself, I know what I need to know when I need to know it, and so do you. And so I just invite you to accept the timing of everything in your life, and know that there is a higher power at work here, and that things happen when they are supposed to happen. And you remember things when you're supposed to remember them. You take action at the right time, at the best time, at the ideal time. I don't like to use the word right, because for me, it makes me think of, well, if there's a right, then there's a wrong, and that duality just doesn't serve much, because it just kind of causes us to be at war with ourselves in some ways. And I truly, truly hope that what you can feel is love for yourself. I honor you that you spent this time with me today, and I open my heart and send you much, much love and blessing. I know that your personality is perfect for you, and I'm happy that you have found me, and that you have taken this time for yourself. And I know I probably said that 3 or 4 times, but maybe I needed to. I don't know. I accept that about myself, and I want you to know that the God in me honors and loves and blesses the God in you. Namaste.